the elected City Life.
This is Citytv everywhere.
Talk is cheap, and that's as true in broadcasting as it is in relationships. We've all heard the old phrase, you say you love me tonight, but will you respect me in the morning? Well, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Let's see what's on local television. TVO, well, that's educational. Global, yeah, musical intermission. CFMT, is that Spanish? CBC, our national broadcaster. And CFTO, don't take that tone with me. Yeah, but what's on City?
That we're still looking into happened a little earlier on the Gardner Expressway in the eastbound lanes over near Parliament. Our 24-hour coverage of the streets of Toronto continues. Our next update in less than 1 hour.
This is the station that you can count on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We are everywhere, and now we're all the time.
You have ambulance and paramedics both on the way, and we have a rush on both of them.
And News 20, further update. It is confirmed 2 victims. Both of them are now out.
Is the house still on fire right now?
Who is that?
That was somebody, I guess, who lives in the area. He was woken up by all the commotion.
20 News, 1023.
Cameraman just arrived?
Yeah, cameraman's just arrived on the scene, 10:23 in our 10 code. So he'll be busy for the next little while.
News 20, less than 30 seconds to our less than 30.
What are you going to do?
Just going to talk to Brian live on the radio. He's back. He's on his way back from the fire right now. I'm Kevin Frankish with an ongoing situation on the streets right now. Brian, what can you tell us about what's going on?
Yeah, it looks like Pacific Avenue will be closed for quite some time.
Okay, here we go, Kevin. The fire at 364 Pacific. Okay, Brian, here's the fire at 364 Pacific. I talked to Kev. He wants a 6-second bite off the top.
Lots of this?
Yeah. Looks like the fire was contained to the first floor there. It's the male victim, smoke inhalation, and this is the other victim here.
When is this going on the air?
We'll be on the air in about just under half an hour. It begins about 6:30 a.m. now.
Shortly after 5 this morning, Toronto Fire called to Pacific Avenue.
Overnight now with our news flashes and Kevin. Breakfast television next morning, it's all one conversation. And hopefully the 6 o'clock show is the logical progression, and the 10 o'clock show is the extension of that. And it becomes, you know, this cyclical conversation about a day in the life of Toronto.
This is home base for City Pulse, newscast, and all the news programming on Citytv. Should be very quiet.
Look like you're doing something important, will you, Mike?
Here, I'll write British journalist. It's going to be a great, it's going to be great.
Spelled it wrong.
Get out of town. The pressure, the pressure.
Well, I've got that, and maybe we should do See Me Live.
The place is designed to be a real day in the life of these people covering news in Toronto. It's run by Stephen Hurlbut, our director of news.
We have a collection of experts in this operation, and all the producer really does is pick.
All the murders last year. All the talk last year was about murder.
I'm in a fortunate position of having conversations with very bright people.
Crime's down this summer. Is it?
Jojo and I met each other 20 years ago at journalism school at Ryerson. He cut his chops in the street as a general assignment editor for about 10 years. We were fortunate enough into talking him into becoming the crime specialist here in Toronto.
It's Jojo Chinto from Citytv. I want to come up there and do that story about the woman who was raped and left in the field.
Nice day to do a story.
He's perfectly suited to speak to the folks of Toronto about that beat.
What she did was she went up to the IGA just to get a drink of pop.
Where? IGA where?
In Keele, in King City.
He has a very unique voice and a very unique presence on television.
York police are investigating a vicious abduction which started... Don't laugh here, you gotta get this.
Don't pay any attention to this guy.
York police are investigating a vicious abduction that started right here in King City, right at this spot here. Police later went around to look and saw right over here, that's where the truck was parked.
We are the IGA store in King City. Now, this is where the abduction took place.
Let's go to the intersection where they picked her up and see if we can talk to anyone there, okay?
Okay.
You got to get out there and get the story. The story's out there. It's not, you know, at my desk. It's not in the police sheet. You got to go out and get it. You got to get out there and hear from the people that saw what happened. You wouldn't know if this was a house where the woman came knocking on Sunday with no clothes on. Listen, the woman that was found near here, did she come knocking on this house?
I think he called the police.
This neighbor here.
Right there. He did. Because he told the kids when we came back on Monday.
He's the one that called the police?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go talk to him and see what he saw. My strength is in dealing with people, one-on-one, out there on the street. And that's the way I choose to, you know, bring their stories to you, in kind of an informal way. Did you see her?
Yeah.
What did she look like?
She was blonde, dirty blonde hair. Like, we asked the cop, my dad asked, is she all right? He goes, well, not very good condition.
The truck was found down there. I tend to think that life as it happens is very interesting, and I think that's what Moses, you know, is striving for, and I'm with him on that. When it comes to television, I don't think there's a person in this country that come anywhere close to him. I mean, he knows how to make real television, you know.
Are you negotiating a new contract, Joe?
No. I'm not.
So it was 140, no voiceovers?
Yeah, no voiceovers. I just, that's the way I wanted it. The story's out there. All I do is let the story tell itself.
More police business tonight. Our crime specialist, Jojo Chinto, has been tracking down details of a vicious attack, Joe.
Yes, Gord, this one is out of York region.
He has the ability to speak to people, and people will identify and speak with Jojo. I don't believe there's anybody in this city that doesn't know who he is.
Jojo Chinto, City Pulse.
You're not funny, you know that.